Hello ladies and gentlemen, Nick here and welcome to the first of two Doctor Who Blu-ray reviews that I will be doing this week. Well, I say this week, at time recording today, but at time of these videos going out it will be back-to-back days, hopefully. But yeah, and these are the latest two Doctor Who Blu-ray reviews at the time of these videos being made. So, today we'll be looking at the Doctor Who The Complete 12th Series Steelbook Blu-ray, or Blu-ray Steelbook, with Doctor Who Revolution of the Daleks to follow next time, so just put that out of the way. And okay, on to the Complete 12th Series Steelbook Blu-ray. And this video, I must apologise to my viewers, is a year overdue because only recently did I get around to watching the bonus features for this episode. For this release, in fact, I watched all apart from the first two discs bonus features earlier today, as well as Revolutions. The other ones I had done a few weeks ago. So the Complete 12th Series, funny enough, this was released the same day as the Complete 14th Season box set, which is over here. It's the... you can probably see it. It's, by the way, Season 24 is coming. Yay. So, there's Series 12. It was released the same day as Season 14. But Season 14 was delayed. This one was on time. So, anyway, so the Complete 12th Series. Let's take this out of its little cardboard thing and have a look at the front. Also, there's all the little leaflets and stuff, so let's just look at the J-card and the steelbook itself. Now, J-card first, we've got the logo and the Complete 12th Series Plus Resolution Special. I don't get the point of saying Plus Resolution Special on here. Just say the Complete 12th Series. If Resolution's being included, then yeah, just put it on the back of the J card with other episodes. List the episodes. You don't have to say Plus Resolution Special. Just leave it as the complete series, whichever series it is. When previous box sets include specials, they just say the complete something series. So for example, let's use Series 10 for example. Series 10 does not say the complete 10th series includes the Return of Dr. Mysterio special. It's just the complete 10th series. So I don't know why they've done this for this one. I know it's including Resolution, but they don't have to put it on the front. And it's the same with the standard box set, standard DVD and Blu-ray. Just say the complete 12th series, and you can have the episode listed on the leaflet inside, and if you want to, the episodes on the back of the box set. But on the front, I don't think it's necessary. Other than that, it's great to have the complete 12th series on the J card instead of on the steelbook like on the Series 11 one. Although the Series 11 one is different to the other ones that have come out, as that was an Amazon exclusive, I've heard. Whilst this one is, or at least originally, and this one was available everywhere else as well when it was released. So it's more in the line of the other steelbooks that have been released. And speaking of being inclined similar to other steelbooks released, it's interesting to see the Doctor and the Master on the front cover, a bit like the Season 8 box set that came out recently. And also, I would say the Series 3 one as well, but they changed the artwork of that. Maybe more like the Amazon exclusive Series 3 DVD box set that came out in 2007. But yeah, it's interesting to see the Doctor and the Master on the front of this box set, and on the back is the Companions, which actually stays in line of what Series 11 had, with the Doctor on the front and the Companions on the back, as well as what Series 8 would also do when that one got released last month. But yeah, I think the artwork is definitely going back, is definitely trying to be something like what the other Steelbook Blu-rays were doing at the time. Series 5 had been released not too long before this one, and Series 6 would follow. As for the J-card, spine are as per usual, and on the back we have a list of the description of the series, some special features listed, age ratings, and all the usual stuff, so no complaints there. Oh yeah, and it's who's starring in it and the showrunner executive producers. Doesn't include who's writing or directing the episodes, so that is a bit of a disappointment. Oh yeah, and spine of the side, Doctor Who The Complete 12th Series. I prefer it to say BBC Doctor Who The Complete series, depends what the series, instead of Doctor Who Series whatever. That's something that the current steelbooks aren't doing, apart from Series 11 and 12. They just say Doctor Who Series something. Let's say, for example, Doctor Who Series 8 for the most recent one. I prefer it to go Doctor Who The Complete 8th Series, so the Jodie Whittaker ones are at least got that right, the Complete 12th Series here. And the same on the front. And whilst before we go inside, we've also got the leaflet, Doctor Who The Complete 12 Series, which is the leaflet of stuff inside. This time round, it's a darker purple stuff to what Series 11 had. Series 11 was a more light, had more and a lighter blue and yellow. This time round, it's more darker blue and purple. And the same on the other side. This side lists the extras and the episodes included. So disc 1 has Resolution, the 2019 New Year special, plus its own closer look, a look back on Series 11, behind the scenes, and a Dalek Reformed. Both of those are additional bonus material alongside the closer look at the behind the scenes of Resolution. Disc 2 has Spyfall Parts 1 and 2, plus closer looks for both episodes, audio commentaries for both episodes, and a preview for Series 12. Both the look back and the preview aren't that necessary extras, but considering there's a lack of extras on this box set, then I'm not going to complain. Disc 3 has Orphan 55, Nikola Tesla's Light of Terror, and Fugitive of the Judoon, with closer looks for each episode and an audio commentary for Nikola Tesla. Disc 4 has Praxis, Can You Hear Me, and The Haunting of Villa Diodati, with only closer looks for each episode included on this disc. And finally, Disc 5 has the two-part finale, Ascension of the Cybermen and The Timeless Children, with closer looks for both episodes. So, as you can tell from this leaflet, this is one of the weakest complete series box sets in terms of bonus material. The closer looks are basically the current iteration of the behind-the-scenes stuff, a bit like Doctor Who Extra was during the Capaldi era, and before that, Doctor Who Confidential for series 1 to 6, or at least the cut-down versions, as original broadcast episodes of Confidential could run up to 45 minutes, specials up to an hour, and we had the behind-the-scenes for series 5. Those and Doctor Who Extra were around 10ish minutes, give or take, but these closer looks are roughly about 5, sometimes going to 10 on some of them, but yeah, they aren't very long, and the additional 2 Resolution extras are also behind-the-scenes in the vein of the closer looks. In fact, there are basically another 2 closer looks included on the Resolution. They look at 3 things across the 3 extras. The Series 11 look back and the Series 12 preview are also done in the same style as the closer looks and the additional 2 Resolution bonus features. And in all honesty, this is a bit of a shame. There aren't many extras on this box set. Outside of the closer looks, it is just 2 other Resolution featurettes. The preview for Series 12, the look back on Series 11, and 3 audio commentaries. And that's really about it. This is one of the weakest complete series releases in terms of bonus features. At least Series 11 had quite a few featurettes. They weren't very long, but on Disc 4 there were quite a few featurettes, which did take the bonus feature length of Series 11 up to more than an hour. I think, well, these ones would be up more than an hour to an hour and a half, but they're very short, as I mentioned. They're like 5 to 10 minutes each. So together they make an hour and a half. It does say over an hour worth of extras. So considering the closer looks, there's about those are about 5 minutes each. So that's under an hour. But I think you can get a bit more than that with the other ones, with the other extras included. Here, with that one's case, it would be just a little over an hour, as opposed to Series 11, which could be closer to an hour and a half. At least it had more extras included, even if they weren't very long. Series 12 is very bare-skinned besides the closer looks. And no, the limited art cards don't make up for that, although they're nice inclusion. But Series 11 also had art cards. We also have this slipcase for Edge of Time and At Childhood's End. The Faces ones had this, and they had At Childhood's End on the Blu-ray and the Steelbook Blu-ray on this end, on the front, and Edge of Time on the back, whilst Edge of Time was on the front of the DVD. This is how it came in this box set: Edge of Time front, At Childhood's End back, so I'm going to keep it like this. Season 14, some box sets had that, but mine didn't. Maybe it's because it's second-hand from CEX. Well. And of course we've got the limited edition art cards for the series. Some nice artwork here, and on each one on the back says Doctor Who Complete 12 Series on the background. Nice pictures of the Doctor, Graham, Ryan and Yaz. Basically how they look on the Steelbook box set artwork, except for Yaz is now looking the other direction to what it is on the artwork. Which actually does kind of make a lot of sense, because these two are facing to their right, and these two are they're kind of also facing to their right, but they've turned to their left a little bit. Whilst on the Steelbook artwork, Yaz has turned to her left and is looking right. Actually, Graham's kind of looking to his left whilst the Doctor's looking straight on. But it's interesting contrast of each character looking in the directions they're looking at. Some nice artwork cards. Not as visually interesting as the Series 11 ones, though, because the Series 11 ones had some pretty good visual backgrounds. That being said, it's good that the characters each have a moment to shine on their own, as opposed to the companions on Series 11 one having the Doctor in the background, and on the Doctor's one had the TARDIS in the background. If they could go to more than 4 art cards, then they could have had a Master one this time around. But at least the Whittaker era ones are having 4 art cards as opposed to just 3, like what Series 2 Steelbook and the Series 10 release had. Original Series 5 and 6 releases had 4 each. I don't know if they're doing exclusive art cards for any of the other Steelbook releases, but Series 2's had 3 art cards, and the Series 10 DVD Blu-ray and Steelbook had 3 art cards, and there was also 4 art cards for the Series 5 Steelbook. The DVD and Blu-ray Steelbook from 2010, and the Series 6 limited edition Silent Head DVD and Blu-ray. But it's good to have art cards in the Series 13 and 11 and 12 releases, as well as also Revolution of the Daleks. More on that in a bit. Looking inside, and we have the discs once again, like Series 11. They are and 10. They are exactly the same. You can't tell the difference between the discs without having to look below. Without the disc number and what's included. So disc 1 includes a resolution special, just say resolution, and special features. Disc 2 has episodes 1 and 2 and special features, and disc 3 episodes 3 to 5 and special features. And then there is the left hand side of the inside with the Doctor and Graham. Disc 4, episodes 6 to 8 and special features. And Disc 5, as this is a set that has more than 4 discs, the discs are stacked. Sometimes even the 4 disc sets have stacked discs as well, but generally they'll have the flap in the middle for 4 disc sets. As this is a slim Steelbook case, then more than 4 discs seem to be stacked. This seems to be the case for most 5 and 6 disc sets. Whilst bigger Steelbook cases could probably hold up maybe up to 10 with a couple flaps, I'm not sure. But you could definitely get more in on the larger ones. But for the slimmer ones, discs are stacked for those more than 4 discs. Sometimes even 4 disc sets are even stacked. Oh, sorry about the shaking bit. And on on the right hand side, you've got the rest of the Doctor's coat and Ryan and Yaz. Not the most interesting inside either. It is basically the Series 12 standard release in cover, which is the same as what happens for Series 9 and 11. It looks a bit tilted in this position, but it's still good inside. At least they got everybody on the right side this time round, as opposed to what Series 7 did, where it was Series 7 Part 2 was on the opposite side to what it should have been, and Series 7 Part 1 was on the opposite side of what it should have been. Part 2 was here, Part 1 was there, and it was very weird, because the front had them the right way around, and the discs would have been in the right spots if the inside ones had been the right way around. Unless that was because discs are put in first couple discs on the right and other couple discs on the left, but I feel like that's a bad way to do them. I think the first couple discs should be on the left and the later discs on the right. Anyway, let's put these back. So yeah, once again, there's no difference between discs apart from which it says disc whatever and which episodes are included, and yeah, that's basically about it. The age ratings are the same for all 5 discs, and there isn't really any other difference besides that. Series 11 had the same thing, apart from one of the discs that had a PG and Ireland age rating to differ it from the other discs. But at least, again, that one had disc whatever episodes list. So those two are better. These 2 box sets, 11 and 12, are better than Series 10s, which didn't say disc something, episode so and so. Only one of those discs you could actually tell difference from the other ones. Anyway, so actually, did it say disc something? Yeah, it would say disc 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. But it wouldn't have what's listed on the discs include. So that's the Series 12 set. It's a really nice steelbook case, but I am very disappointed in the lack of special features on this particular reason. It's not just the steelbook; it's also the release in general, as Yeah, as I mentioned, there's only 11. There's 11 closer looks, which is to be expected, but there's only 2 other bonus features on one of the episodes, and 2 other featurettes that are a look back at the previous series and a look forward to the current series, and 3 commentaries, and that's about it. There is very little on this set. Compare this release, whether that's the Steelbook, the DVD, or the Blu-ray, compare this release to the other Doctor Who release that came out on the same day, Season 14, the Collection Season 14 Limited Edition release. This season, along with the other collection box sets, is bumper packed with bonus features. In fact, you've got 2 discs for Talons of Weng-Chiang alone, as it has quite a lot of extras already from previous DVD releases, plus the new extras. So, compare the Complete 12 series, DVD Blu-ray and Steelbook Blu-ray, to the Collection Season 14 Limited Edition box set, and also when the standard release comes out, that too. This one is bumper packed with extras, including a ton of new extras. This one is almost bone dry, besides the closer looks and a few other featurettes and commentaries. That's it. Series 12 lacks extras. Season 14 is bumper packed. This is a major difference between the two. This one is bare, or almost bare. This one has a lot. And it's such a shame that, and it's not just Doctor Who, but it's DVDs and Blu-rays and 4K, etc. in general, they're lacking bonus features due to the fact that you can find the main content on streaming and online easy, and most of the stuff that does get included on extra box sets like Doctor Who The Complete 12 series, you could probably find online anyway. It's such a shame that they don't put more stuff on these releases to make the home media stuff special, especially when you go to streaming and stuff. It is mainly just the main features, and you won't maybe get a behind the scenes documentary or featurette or interviews or whatever. It's stuff like home media where you can watch that with the main feature. It's great to have those included, and if you don't want to watch them, that's okay, no worries, but they're there for you to have the option. For example, I'm not really one to listen to the commentaries, but I'm glad they're included, or at least some are included, and it's a shame that we've only got 3 on Season 12, while Season 14 has 1 for each story. So it's really personal preference of what to check out, but at least give people the option and give them enough extras to enjoy. So you might want to put on a DVD or Blu-ray just to watch an extra instead of watching the main feature. Sometimes they're even better. So it is a massive shame that we are lacking special features from one of these releases, and quite frankly, it's the one that's to be expected of it, whilst the other one is just magnificent when it comes to stuff like this. Season 14 is an example of the Doctor Who DVD and Blu-ray release team, BBC Worldwide, whoever, doing a phenomenal job in getting lots and lots of special features alongside remastered episodes and upscaled to HD episodes as best they can, while Series 12 is an example of the industry as it stands, where they just don't give a damn about them, or very little about it, and just give a kind of a bare bone release alongside the episodes. I mean, it's great to have the episodes as well, of course. The episodes are the main thing, but it's great to have more extras as well, and that's where the collection box sets and other releases like it come in. That being said, Season 14 doesn't have any art cards. Yeah, that's the one thing Series 12 has going for it. It has, over the collection box set, it has art cards. Yeah, but it's still not enough. So, time for a couple of final scores. Okay, so time to score it. So I'll start with the episodes, and there's 11 episodes included. And the following are the scores for each episode. Resolution, 9. Spyfall Part 1, 9. Spyfall Part 2, I actually give this one an 8. The story as overall was a 9, but individually Part 1's a 9. I would give Part 1 a 9 and Part 2 an 8. Orphan 55, 4. Nicholas Tessler's Night of Terror, 9. Fugitive of the Jadoon, 8. Praxeus, 8. Can You Hear Me, 7. The Haunting of Villa Diodati, easy 10. Ascension of the Cybermen, again, this one was in a 2-part story, which ended up being 5 overall, but I would probably give the story individually an 8. And finally, The Timeless Children. On its own, it would be a 4. It'd still be higher than Orphan 55, but on its own, it would be a 4. Theoretically, that would give the 2-parter a 6, but because the second half is super stuffed and filled to bursting, and that's also represented in the first episode as well, then it's dropped down to a 5. As for Revolution of the Daleks, well, we'll get to that one with its own release. In terms of special features, the closer looks are nice, but some of them are focused on certain elements. Like Orphan 55s is basically about barely anything. It starts off about the stuff at the beginning of the episode, which is probably the least interesting stuff to talk about, and then it then goes off into the later stuff about the episode as well. But it's probably my least favourite of the behind the scenes, which makes a lot of sense because it's my least favourite of the episode. But even the behind the scenes wasn't that much interesting. However, on the other hand, Fugitive of the Judoon was about the Judoon, and that was very interesting. So it's kind of a mixed bag across the closer looks. Alongside that is an additional 2 behind-the-scenes featurettes for Resolution, as mentioned, plus the other 2 featurettes are looking back at Series 11 and looking towards Series 12. And the commentaries, which, like I said, I haven't listened to, but I'm glad they're here. Overall, I give the bonus features listings, I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 10 due to the inclusion of the closer looks and to the other extras. However, this series definitely lacks extras. We need more featurettes. We need more extras. I'm not expecting Doctor Who Confidential to make a return just yet, although BBC's recommissioning does give us some hope. Then again, Doctor Who Confidential was cancelled 4.5 or so years before BBC Three was taken off the air. So, just because BBC Three is coming back next year doesn't mean Doctor Who Confidential will accompany it, or accompany Series 14 when it comes around. The same for a Torchwood revival. Just because BBC Three is coming back doesn't mean Torchwood's coming back. And if Torchwood was coming back, it'd probably end up being on BBC One anyway. So there's no guarantee just because BBC Three comes back next year, Doctor Who Confidential or Torchwood will follow or join it. But like I said, on this release, the extras are bone dry. There's a couple of good ones, but like I said, it's pretty dry. It's pretty bare. Compared that to the Season 14 box set I showed just a few minutes ago, and whilst I haven't watched the special features on that set, they probably would be a 9 or a 10 out of 10 if I was doing a review of that box set. As for other contents, the leaflets and stuff, well, we got a small leaflet about the list of episodes and the extras, and we got a leaflet promoting the At Childhood's End and Edge of Reality's VR game, as well as the art cards. So the leaflet content stuff included on this time round gets an 8 due to the lovely art cards that is included on this release. Not to mention that the promotional thing is pretty nice as well. It's not as nice as the booklet one that Season 8 and the Revolution of the Daleks come with, but it's a nice leaflet as well, and the leaflet for the content stuff included is pretty nice. Artwork. This artwork is amazing. I really like this artwork. I wouldn't say it's the best of the new series Steelbook artwork, but it's definitely really nice, and I prefer this to the Series 11 one, mainly because it is going back to the basics, or trying to tie in with the other series ones, like the Russell T Davies series artwork, Blu-ray box set artworks. Series 5 was, like I said, only released a few months before this one's was, so yeah, the Steelbook covers didn't get as crowded as they did until Series 6 came along, and then they got very crowded for the remaining 3 series and Day of the Doctor. But before coming back to a more minimalistic approach when looking at the collection in order for series 9, 10 and 11. But yeah, this is a pretty nice artwork. I'm not sure who did this artwork. They don't list them on the back, but they did a very good job with this Steelbook release. So that's Doctor Who, the complete 12th series Steelbook. As an overall score, well, I'd have to add up my episode scores, but the special features are 5, content at 8, and I didn't do the artwork actually, I'll give that a 9 to the artwork. I'm probably going to do a proper working out of the series' score out of 10 when I'm trying to list all my ranking, like the series and rankings and stuff, when I'm trying to list the episodes scores and then try to get the overall series' score and try and list my rankings mathematically. But at the moment, I think it's probably going to be an average of 8, which seems to be an average for most series, in all honesty. So I'll give this one an 8 for now, and then we'll see how it goes. So overall, that would be 30 out of 40, which would make this 7.5 out of 10. I'll go with 8 out of 10. I'm rounding it up to an 8 because it's a steelbook. However, the standard release might have gone to a 7. So standard DVD and Blu-ray release would be a 7, but the Steelbook has that extra nice piece of artwork. Actually, it might even be, the standard release might be lower because the artwork there is not as impressive. So, but the Steelbook gets the 8 out of 10 score because it looks nice. However, it really needs to have more extras on this release, and this is a trend that continues with Revolution of the Daleks. It's a shame we're lacking extras on the complete series box sets, especially as other Steelbooks released, such as the 2008 to 10 Specials box set, include brand new extras or other brand new stuff included on those releases, whilst this complete 12 series just has a couple of featurettes. Yay! It's a bit of a shame that maybe the complete 13th series can take inspiration from the collection, where I'm not expecting to have tons and tons of extras per episode, but maybe a few more extras alongside the closer looks and and maybe more than 3 episodes having commentaries. The usual number since 2008 has been 4 episodes, apart from the specials, where it's been about 2. But yeah, since Series 5 it's been 3 or 4 episodes having a commentary each, whilst before that it would be every episode up to Journey's End did. But yeah, since Series 5 it's been 3 or 4 episodes a series, so maybe we could have 4 episodes next series, perhaps. But see how it goes. The next series is going to be 8 episodes anyway. They might as well do the entire series. It's only 8 episodes. 9 if you include Revolution of the Daleks, but since that one hasn't had one for its own release, maybe not. And actually, considering there's only going to be 9 episodes on the next series, they might as well pack up the discs a little bit more with content, so release a few more behind the scenes, a few more extras, especially as we're not learning so much about them before the series has come out. We don't really learn an awful lot, apart from the leaks that have been coming out over the last couple of months, but besides that, I think we need to have some more behind-the-scenes stuff. The problem is they've been very secretive with making the series, which is fine for prior to the series' release, but afterwards, we'd like to learn how these series were made. And whilst Doctor Who Magazine did do a comprehensive look at Series 11's production after the Resolution, that was really as far as we got, really, apart from some website videos that talked about the episodes, which would have been released after the episode's broadcast anyway. And again, yeah, that's to avoid spoilers. But when it comes to the Blu-ray and DVD releases, it's time to start releasing behind-the-scenes featurettes about the making of these episodes and this series. Previous series have done this really well, maybe not so much Series 10, but definitely the earlier series have done something like this really well, whether that's the most recent series or an older one. So yeah, there isn't really much of an excuse. I know, like I said, they want to be secretive on the production side, but after the series has come out, maybe they should release some making-of documentaries. This is probably the era that needs a box set like the collection several years down the line, the most out of any new series stuff release. Should the collection go into the new series, then Series 12 is one of the series that would benefit from getting tons of new bonus features. Alongside Series 10 and 11. So that's really about it from my review of the Doctor Who The Complete 12 Series Steelbook Blu-ray. I really like the Steelbook, but I do think that there needs to be more extras included, and that goes the same for the standard releases as well. So yeah, so fingers crossed for Series 13. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. Next time, my review of Revolution of the Daleks, and just like how that story has some similar issues with other episodes from Series 12, this release has similar issues with the complete 12 series box set. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the Nicholas Payne YouTube channel.